Hello everyone, my name is Sierra. I'm the product manager here at Ecomdash, and I'll be walking you guys through all of the changes that we're making on the UI. So this set of changes is just going to be made in the settings section. As you can see, we have taken action to greatly reduce the size of the initial overwhelming amount of settings available. But don't worry, none of these settings have been removed. They have simply just been organized into their proper section, making them easier to navigate and locate. So let's get started in the settings section. So the first page we're gonna go to is the general section. In general, this is where you'll be able to find your billing, employees, alert, and email templates. But this is what the new general settings page will look like. Of course, you get all of your basic company information at the top of the screen. It's all the exact same information that was found in general before. We've just kind of reorganized it. And then down here at the bottom, that is where you'll see your billing, your employees, your alerts, and your email templates. Again, none of these pages have changed. They all still have the exact same information on them. We've just organized them a bit different so you don't have to click out of this page every time you want to change anything that has any of your company information or your billing stuff. Okay? So the next section that we're going to move into is the product section. Now, while the page is loading, the product section will be the house for any of your custom and variation attributes, your serialization, tagging, suppliers, and category assignments. Again, at the top, you'll have all of your basic like inventory settings. So you can turn on your auto sync, you have your new product auto sync rules, any barcode options, and then any product detail options are here as well. And then we have additional inventory settings, which would be your custom attributes, your variation attributes, serialization, tagging, any category assignments, and then suppliers as well. So that's what's all found in the product settings. The next section that we're going to be moving into is the warehouse section. So we've reorganized this page to make it a bit easier so you have all of your warehousing information in one spot. So you'll be able to set all of your prioritizations, set it as your catch-all, and then you can also add warehouses in this section as well. Again, none of the information that has been found on these pages previously has been changed. The only thing that we are changing is the organization of it all. So down here, you can add any merchant warehouses, your dropship warehouses, or your FBA warehouses. This is also the way that you'll be able to manage any of your merchant, dropship, and FBA warehouses. So if you would like to see any of them, you would go here, and then if you would like to add new, you would also go into these sections. Let's go into your dropship. So I'm going to go into one of my dropship warehouses. Within your warehouse details, you will see that we have updated your geo priorities and your storefront exclusions. And if I set this up as an FTP, you'll see that you also have a card for your order exports and your tracking imports as well. So those are the changes that have been made to warehousing that are pretty important and that you guys should know. So the next section that we're going to move into is listings. When you come to the listing section, we kind of have a breakdown on the listing setup, just kind of giving you the anatomy of a listing, the ways that you can get your listing out faster. So by setting global attributes, listing templates, listing profiles, creating a draft, and then getting to the active listing. We just wanted to give you guys a bit more education on the fastest methods to get your listings up and running. But also on this page, this is where you'll be able to find your listing templates, any of your custom attributes, and your listing profiles as well. So now we're going to move into sales. And these are just your sales settings. So any order cancellation rules will be found in this section, as well as any custom fields or on-hold rules that you'd want to set up for any of your orders coming into Ecomdash. Next, we'll be moving into shipments. This is just where you'll have all of your basic shipper setup information. So your packing slips would be found here, your pick list will be found here, and also setting your shipping rules would be found in the shipment settings. Next, we're going to move into bulk import and export. This is going to be the hub for all of your import and export formats. So now you don't have your manual imports separated out from your integrated import formats or export formats. You can find them all in one spot and navigate to which one you would like to use from this specific area. We've also got like kind of a bit of a graphic explainer on how to use import and export formats for those of you that still get confused by which ones you guys should be using. We've also added pro tips to this page to kind of explain what each section does. You'll also be able to find those pro tips throughout all of our pages in Ecomdash, as we are really trying to push to give you guys as much education on everything that can be found in Ecomdash. And then we're going to go into the integrated import format. So this is what your integrated import format page looks like. And let's go into one of your import formats. So on an integrated import format, we have added this new button right down here, where you would see a new button called Manage Integration Settings. This is where you can define the timing of the integration, the delimiter, and the integration type. So if you do ever need to change any of that information, you'll want to go into your Manage Integration Settings. It'll generate this modal right here. You'll be able to change your intervals or change it to a specific time. If any actions need to be taken, can be set there. Your integration interval, your text file delimiter can be found here as well as the integration type. So last but not least, in the settings section, we have integration and tools. So this is going to be where you can find all of the integrations settings. So your storefront setup, your carrier setup, your counting setup, and the app store can all be found on this page. And as you guys know, because you guys have all used this section before, this is just where you would go to add storefronts, carriers, the accounting softwares that we integrate with, QuickBooks Online and Xero, as well as navigating to our app store so you can download any apps to your e-commerce. Again, we did just want to do this demo so you guys could be made aware of the new organization changes we've made within settings. But like I've said before, we haven't changed any of the information that is on the pages except for the integrated import format, adding the manage integration settings. But all of the information that shows on these pages are the exact same. We just wanted to give you guys an easier way to find all of your stuff and have it organized in a way that makes more sense rather than having it so spread out across the software. So again, let's just kind of walk through those changes for anybody that has logged in a bit late to the demo. So we'll just start in the general setting. In general, of course, this is where you'll just find all of your basic information for your account, your billing, employees, alerts, and email templates. All of the information that was on those pages previously still exists. We're not removing any functionality from you guys. We're simply reorganizing. We also wanted to make sure that the settings section reflected the modules and the information that was found in the modules. Hence why we have updated this section to say product, because all of the information that can be found in the products settings section directly impacts all of your products that are found in the product section. Then with warehouse, of course, we just wanted to simplify everything and make sure that you're not having to go to a couple of different pages just to make sure all your warehouse information is set the way you would like to. Bringing us back around to listings, just really want to make sure that you guys are able to set up any listing settings that you would like. as easy as possible. So let's click into a few of these listings pages. We have our listing templates, which is going to be the exact same as you guys have previously had, so you would have to set them up the exact same way. But in listing profiles, you guys will notice that we have also added the category profile mapper to the listing profiles section. We felt it didn't make sense to remove, to have the category profile mapper separate from the listing profiles, as you cannot use the category profile mapper if you do not have any listing profiles. So those two work hand in hand. So we thought by combining them on the same page, it would make it a lot easier for you guys to understand how to use the category profile mapper in conjunction with your listing profiles. So if you are currently using your category profile mapper, it can now be found on the listing profiles page right here in the top right hand corner with this blue button. Now we're going to move back into sales. And of course, anytime that you have any cancellations for your orders, we'll adjust them based on how you tell us to. But in order for us to do that, this information has to be set right here. So all of your sales settings information can be found in the sales section. Moving us back along to the shipment section. So this is going to be all of the settings that directly impact any of your shipping orders coming out of your Ecomdash account. And then if you do need to make any changes or configure your packing slips or your pick list, they can be done here. And then if you do need to change any of your shipping rules, that can be found here. Again, we did want to combine the manual import formats and the integrated import formats, so you guys aren't having to go to different sections just to create or see your import and export formats for both manual and integrated formats. So we've combined them all on these pages. And let's not forget that we have the new Manage Integration Settings section here that'll just allow you to set your intervals or your specific times, as well as your file delimiter. Bring us back around to the integrations and tool settings, where you can go to set up any storefronts, carriers, or accounting softwares, as well as navigating to the App Store to get any of the apps that we offer here in Ecomdash. Again, we're not changing any of the information that can be found on the pages. We just wanted to reorganize it in a way that wasn't so bulky like the settings section was before. If you guys remember, the settings section was pretty large. When it dropped down, it kind of covered where you could see the pro tips section. It kind of covered from about here to the end of the announcement section. So we did want to do something that was a little bit more slim and not so bulky. So that is exactly what the change was for. Thank you guys for coming to join us. Please stay safe and have a wonderful day.